Today, today we're working with, or actually sharing a message, a channeled message with or from dendritic tree agate. I have three. They're amazing. And just a little side note, if you like what you're seeing at some point, hit the like button. If you have any questions or just want to say hello, please pop that in the chat or the comments wherever you're seeing this. I'm going to be reading from my notebook, and I channel messages and kind of like a Q&A with different crystals, minerals, and stones. I've come to see these guys as different species because we talk about trees and flowers and even animals and even bees. There are certain species or different species of each, and it's probably not something that's very well or even thought about. However, because look, these are the same kind of dendritic tree agate, and there are agates, all kinds, pink ones, green ones, and I'm going to stop there before I get myself into trouble. But there's flower agate and there's banded agate, which has shades of grays and whites, and this is also an agate. Do it back here so there's hopefully no shine from that makes it worse. And without further ado, so even within agates and amethyst these days, we have pink and black and lilac, lavender, and then the deep purple, medium purple, light purple. This one, meaning this particular message, was channeled April 2nd of 2020 before everything went kaflooey. I stopped dating them, but anyway, here goes. And let's see. So tree agate. I think this was the first one that captured my attention, and I love them. And sometimes I have more than one of the same kind just because it's like, ooh, look at that one. So tree agate palm stone is amazing. When I look at it, I see bits and pieces of Mother Nature's beauty. It reminds me of mountains and even trees nestled in the clouds. Let's see, this one, I think. I feel a deeper connection within myself just by gazing into its depths of inner beauty. There is so much subtle energy it could be overlooked. On the other side, the backside, because they have two sides, the surface pattern reminds me of a lily pond. So that must be this guy. Which in turn reminds me of the lotus pond I saw and spent a little time at in Korea a very, very long time ago. There is much more to others and even to our own inner essence that's kept sacred below surface appearances. Beautiful, serene tree agate. What sacred secrets do you wish to share? Ah, beloved one, my depth of connection with you go beyond what you have thus experienced. The connection we share, most magical indeed. It is also sweet and subtle, as is Mother Earth energy for those who choose to look beyond what first appears in front of them. Choose to truly see that which is being gifted to you through my benevolent energy. Choose to see beyond the obvious surface patterns and into the depths of all that is offered to you. There are layers upon layers of energy and clarity. Be willing to sit in the silence and simply and easily meld with your innermost yearnings. All is always revealed. The only mystery is that which has yet to surface, showing itself plainly. All is in divine order. Be at peace within, and that shall hasten your visible manifestation, experiences of all that is desired and more. Be at peace. All is arriving timely. We are complete. Thank you, Tree Agate. You know, whenever you see this particular message, it is at the end, nearly the end of 2023. It is actually winter solstice today. And for those who experience summer at this time, it's your summer solstice. It is still a pivotal time for letting go, letting in, being open to receive. And in anticipation of sharing the message of dendritic tree agate with you today, I have had all three of mine right behind my laptop here, so in a row. And the energy has been with me in preparation. Once these messages have been channeled or are in the process of being channeled, the thoughts and the messages just come in and out. They just kind of flow. And some people call it automatic writing. That's fine with me. It is a sort of automatic writing. And each time I work with something different, something, a crystal, a mineral, or a stone, and most of us just call all of them crystals because it's easier. And I always start by looking at whichever one wants their message. They all want their messages. They all have stories that they want to share. They all have a voice, which is the reason I even started this particular journal. It was just supposed to be for me. And maybe you've heard this story before. And if you're just getting acquainted, you and I, in this way, I started this before lockdown because I was wanting to connect with the crystals more intimately, more personally. And the messages evolve in the way that, and by evolve, I mean some of them are a lot longer and more, have a deeper depth to them in a way that, well, if I had this one with me, Labrador, I don't have one with me right here. Anyhow, one of the things I don't do is look up their metaphysical properties because I don't want my conscious mind trying to hone in on what it's supposed to do. When you are feeling anything, whether it's happy, whether it's the opposite of happy, wanting to clear out some fear or just some frustration of any kind, or you want to open up your channels of receiving even more than you are, whatever level, or you want to raise your vibration, think of, or just kind of close your eyes maybe, or walk around your collection and put your hand over your left hand, even if you're a lefty, because energy comes in through the left and goes out through the right. Put your left hand, just kind of have it, not real quick, just sort of slowly shifting over. So let's pretend this is a basket of palm stones, and you would just, and then reach in and take one out. or if you have your crystals around you on your desktop or in your sacred space, just slowly go over them. And which one does your hand feel drawn to in that moment? Whatever it is you're feeling, whatever it is you want to shift or create more of, that particular crystal, regardless of its metaphysical properties, the official ones, are the crystal or is the crystal for you in that moment. And I have in the past, when I'm shopping at the Tucson Gem and Mineral shows, it's like, okay, I know there's something. When there's a big table and there's lots of crystals, and it's like, all right, who is it? And to me, they are sentient beings because they have energy. They are energy. And maybe they don't have legs, maybe they don't crawl, maybe they don't fly, but this is still energy. So one particular was several years ago, at this one particular vendor, and there were a couple of pieces on a table, couple on one table and a couple on the other, and they were opposite each other. So I just went slowly with my hand over the table. I was watching where I was going, so I wasn't watching or looking at the crystals per se. And then was like, okay, that one. And I put it in my little bucket, and then that one. So how do you know which crystal to work with at any given moment? That's the way I do it, is to, okay, so who do I want to work with? Who wants to be with me in this moment? And I don't even think about a specific question, or because your energy is already doing what it's doing. Your thoughts are doing what it's doing. Your feelings or emotions are feeding one or the other and into each other. Thoughts become feelings, and feelings feed thoughts, and thoughts feed feeling, and then your energy just kind of keeps on going. It just keeps on going. So, all right. And you just put your hand out, or you just think, and the first one that pops up, now sometimes two or three, and you got to kind of cut them off. Say, okay, guys, I can only hold two of you and maybe one in my lap. And then that's it, because otherwise they're all going to be in your arms and you can't move. So that's been my experience. Whichever crystal, mineral, or stone wants to be held. And how do you know? Well, it's a thought, it's a guidance, it's a nudge. It is, ooh, I like that one. So then this happens to be shungite, and this is kind of off topic, I suppose, but it isn't, because here we are. All right, so hold it. What is shungite? Off the top of my head, EMF? I don't remember what all the letters stand for, but it's protection from the electromagnetic whatever. And it's right here that you can't see on my desk. But it also has a very ancient vibration, and so it can calm you. And I'm going to put it on my list to do a video about how to feel energy, or how you know it's a real one or a fake one. On the internet, that's a little bit of a challenge sometimes, so be sure that you are checking reviews if there are any. You can get a feel, because if you're looking for an energy connection, an energetic connection, you can tell and trust what you're getting. Energy never lies. Words and actions can be deceiving no matter who it is. Energy always tells the truth, always, because it's pure. So if you have a little, now it's not the same kind of as, there's a difference between a red flag or it's a little out of your comfort zone. So the way to tell the difference between that is the coming from here, meaning you're conscious mind, jibber jabber, the trash talk, or is the something's not quite right coming either from your heart center or your solar plexus, right in your belly button area? Either one of those two places, there's something not quite right about the energy of whatever, whether it's a person teaching a class, email, social media post, this kind of thing right here. So just be aware. So I will put it in my notes. I'm gonna write a note right now to myself and put it on a sticky so I can see. Otherwise, when we get done here, I'm gonna forget. Video. If y'all have any ideas or suggestions on other videos, because Wednesday on my YouTube channel, which this is a Thursday, so it would have been yesterday, there are videos about crystals, how to use them, what they're for, how to pair them on different topics. And I think yesterday's was erase karma and which crystals can help you do that. All of these ideas, these subjects, these topics are intuitive, they are metaphysical, and it is a pleasure and an honor to share them with you. So if you have an idea or a suggestion, pop it in. You don't have to go searching on my channel to see if it's really there already. If it is, then I will look for the video and then put the link in whatever comment or a private message that you've shared with me. So how to feel energy, crystal energy. Okay. So I've got it written down. I know you can't, well, if I put it too close and it's going to glare at you and probably the letters are backwards. All right. So dendritic tree agate. You want to ground. And what else is coming to me in the moment is it's reminding me it's all about transition and transformation, which is perfect for this time of year. There's a lot of transition, transformation, and today being 12/21, which is the winter solstice, or wherever you are is the summer solstice, it is a huge transition because in the western or the northern hemisphere, we're going into winter, which is, well, we've already been in winter. It is about hibernation. Thank you very much. A hibernation of sorts, and the days get shorter. The sunlight gets a little bit shorter. Now, this is the shortest day of the year, and for those in the opposite part of our beautiful world, this is your longest day. It is still huge because you're transitioning into shorter days, over a while, and we've begun to shift into longer days over a while. And at the end of a calendar year is huge transition, no matter what season you are in, no matter where you are on this planet. Dendritic tree agate is fabulous for transition, transformation, transcendence, letting go, and then allowing other things to come in. And I am actually going to be holding 2 of these and have a third one with me for the rest of tonight. They've been behind my laptop here for about a week. Hopefully, energy permitting, and sometimes my energy does get low, and it was a little bit cranky this morning. The energy portal today is or has been just intense. I don't remember a winter solstice having been this intense ever. If you are highly sensitive or you are sensitive to energy, just take a lot of deep breaths. If you have liked this and hit a like button somewhere, if you have a question, post it. If you'd rather, just send it to me personally, that's great too. Thank you for being here now or at some time in the future. Namaste, beautiful soul.